and that may sit on. If you look out almost to our 1 o'clock position, you'll see a 3-story tan house with a ground roof and it's surrounded by palm trees. That's the vacation property for Sylvester Stallone. He originally bought that house 12 years ago for his mother. It's all owned ever since she passed away. If you drive through the Bellevue Island neighborhood, you will see a full-size rocking statue right in the front yard. Coming up on our right-hand side, this first long dock we're about to be in line with here. If you look up on the shoreline, you'll see another 3-story tan house with a brown roof, some stonework on the bottom floor, and a little fountain in the backyard right next to the pool. This again is another former property, Mr. Tom Cruise. He was married to Nicole Kidman when he lived in that house, and as the story goes, upon their divorce, he was kicked to the curb and had to move to one of the other set of properties he owned here in Clearwater. right-hand side. Over on the shoreline, you'll see Bel Air Country Club. That is the oldest golf club in Florida. When it was originally built, it had only 6 holes, made up entirely of shell and sand. Nowadays, it's 2 full, 18-hole championship golf courses. It just so happens to be home to some of the highest elevation you'll find here in Pinellas County at a whopping 34 feet above sea level. That right there is about the closest thing to a mountain in the area. Now just to the left of the golf course starts this next stretch of large houses, which is known as Millionaire's Mile. To kick it off, that very first house you see there is a 3-story beige house with a greenish gray roof. That property was originally built for actor John Travolta. He donated that house off to Scientology when the city of Clearwater told him he could not build an airstrip in his backyard. Not quite sure what he was thinking, but he now lives 3 hours north of us, very happily with his airstrip in Ocala, Florida. A few doors to the left of that, you'll see that reddish-brown roof sticking up above the trees. It's a cream-colored house with a single gazebo in the backyard. That property might look familiar to some of you guys because that's the former property of Mr. Hulk Hogan. He filmed the entire hit reality TV show Hogan Knows Best right in that house. It's also the only house out here that's made it on the show MTV Cribs. This is due to that 16-step footprint in the backyard, the bowling alley in the basement, which if you know Florida, you know we don't have basements here. And the retractable ceiling over top of the master bedroom that opens up to see the stars at night. Unfortunately, back in 2008, when the market crashed, so did the TV show and so did Hulk's marriage. With the marriage with the house, that's when he built that brand new property for himself up on North Clearwater Beach. Now the next two houses out to our right-hand side are business people in the area. You might not recognize their names, but you will certainly recognize their products. That all-white house with the gray roof is known as the Chapman Estate. The Chapman family was responsible for the Crayola Crayon Company. It's too bad that after 50-plus years of color, that house still looks like a blank canvas. Now, just to the left of that, you'll see that 3-story beige house with a gray roof and all those palm trees on the seawall. We like to call that the Bloomin' Onion House. That's because the founders of Outback Steakhouse and Carrabba's own that property. Both of those restaurants were founded right here in the Tampa Bay area. Moving to the left-hand side of that big white hospital, this next house I have for you is that 3-story yellow house with an orange roof and a red seawall out back. I bet you guys can't guess who used to live there. If you said Tom Cruise, you are absolutely correct. He was married to Katie Holmes when he lived in that house, and you guys know how that story ends. Still looking out to the right, you might notice that large white seawall and bell tower. That's known as the Century Oaks Estate. The entire estate spans over one city block and is built over top of an old naval fort used back during the Seminole Wars. The only thing original that remained are that seawall and bell tower. It was most recently owned by Nigel Mansell, who was a Formula One race car driver. When he owned that property, he converted that bell tower into a playhouse for his kids. The entire state's made up of 3 separate properties, totaling 35,000 square feet. It has 55 bedrooms, a grand ballroom, 2 tennis courts, a basketball court, and just about any other amenity you could imagine. For those of you curious, that house could now be yours because it's on the market for the low price of only $24 million. You'll see one of the most expensive bridges. And now for those of you scratching your heads asking yourselves, where, oh where does Mr. Tom Cruise live now? If you look out to our 1 or 2 o'clock position on the right-hand side, just on the other side of the causeway, you'll see a large white condo building. He absolutely does not live there. But if you look just to the left of that, there's a smaller gray and white one with some large windows top center. Those are the Skyview condos, and Tom Cruise owns the top 3 floors. He's got his own private elevator, large enough to bring his cars upstairs. A full-size flight simulator we can only assume he uses to relive the glory days of Top Gun. And an infinity pool that overlooks all of downtown Clearwater. Now, if you recall what I said a little while earlier about Mr. Cruise, he is currently single. So if you're looking for a new house to take over, now might be the time. Left-hand side at our 9 o'clock position, just to the right-hand side of that green sailboat. They're about 50 yards away from us here.
Where the dolphins, Casey? Oh, there he goes. I see him.
So what we have out to our left-hand side are the Atlantic bottlenose dolphins. You guys might recognize them from movies, TV shows, and aquariums, but they are our local superstars here. We typically see these dolphins surface every 30 to 35 seconds or so, but if they wanted to, they can hold their breath for up to 15 minutes at a time. They are mammals just like we are, which is why we see them surface as often as they do. They need this air to breathe, just like us.
No, not him.
¿Qué ven? Delfinas, dice que hay delfinas.
They should be out around our 11 o'clock position. Somewhere around that little sailboat there. Now, sometimes on sunny days like today, these dolphins hang out under the water just a bit longer than usual. This is due to them being susceptible to sunburn, just like most of us. Out to our 10 o'clock position. They're about 20 yards behind that sailboat over there. Now, if you are wanting to get some pictures of these dolphins, I highly recommend switching experience. Out here, they'll save you lots and lots of funny pictures of the water today. Now, as we inch closer to these dolphins, if you want to keep them right here next to the boat, you're going to want to get loud and make some noise for them. Let the dolphins know that you see them. They are very curious creatures and love the attention just as much as all of us. They can hear just as well outside water as they can underneath it. And the crowd goes wild. Now, just a quick reminder for anybody between the ages of 1 and 100, please no standing on any of the benches. Now, if you are over 100, we are not going to tell you what to do. Dolphins just out in front of us here, about 15 yards or so. Now, the Atlantic bottlenose dolphin is a coastal variety of dolphin and a non-nomadic species, which means they will only travel about 20 to 25 miles from where they're born. So all these dolphins out in front of us are locals, unlike most of you. I can't hear a single one of you. You're all far too quiet.
Jose, go in.
So if any of you worked on your dolphin calls today, now would be an appropriate time to try to use those. So we typically find these dolphins traveling in small family units, as you'll see here, right around 2 to 8, which is known as a pod. Any grouping of dolphins greater than 2 is considered a pod out here. It is not uncommon to find these dolphins in groups up to 30 or more at a time. You know what your bartender Dylan downstairs likes to call a single dolphin swimming around? He likes to call that an iPod. Yeah, I wouldn't laugh at his jokes either. Now get those last minute pictures and videos in today, because unfortunately we are on a schedule unlike these dolphins. So as you see them again, make sure you take full advantage.
I think them. Oh, they right down there. They right down there, I think. I think they're all the way down there. Stop! You can stop.